Usual, I've got a few questions from the media which I'll ask one by one. The first one is from the Hindustan Times. For all the dominance which shows how much SC East Bengal have improved, are you missing a centre forward? You are creating a lot of chances, but could the conversion rate have been better?
I think obviously, yes. I think we are a team who are creating chances. And yeah, I think with results, I think people will point to that and say, yeah, you're missing chances, so you should have a centre forward. But it's not all about just a one player anyway. You know, if other players are missing chances, then it is one of them things. You know, players don't go into games wanting to miss chances. They want to go in, they want to score goals. And look, I get what people are saying. And look, it's not something that we didn't try and rectify. We had, a few players, on the radar who ultimately turned us down for better offers, overseas. So look, we've got with what we've got. And look, if it meant someone coming here, then we might not have had Bright. So there's lots of pluses that we can get out of it as well. So the fact that we've got Bright instead of maybe this huge centre forward that people want, then I'm happy with the players that we've got. We are a squad. We'll continue to make chances. We'll continue to create goal scoring opportunities, and and as a manager and as a team, that's all you can do. What happens on the pitch, you can't really legislate for that. And eventually your luck has to turn and change, and that's with what we've got to go with.
Gaffer, for the past few matches, it has been noted that your players are conceding too many free kicks around the box, handing the opponents an opportunity on one occasion too many. How would you like to rectify this problem? This is from the Times of India.
Well, the problem, as far as I'm concerned, is not our players. We all talk about referees and how tough a job they've got. Well, maybe we as managers should still have players to maybe not go over so easy. Players are looking for fouls because they know that obviously dangerous areas. So I don't think we're a dirty team, regardless of what the stats say in terms of all our players getting booked. But look, teams use that to their advantage, where players roll over a little bit easy, and that there's lots of players who are conning referees as well. So let's not make a big thing out of us fouling people. Look at the other side of it as well. Players going over too easy, making the job that little bit more difficult for the referees.
Gaffer, this one is from Sports Kira. Harmanpreet has played quite a few games now. What are your views about the young striker? Are you happy with his performance?
Yeah, I am. Arman will tell you himself he's missed a few chances, and he's really, really upset with himself. But you know what? He's a young kid, still growing and developing to the game. And look, he's not someone that we're going to just throw aside because he's missed a chance or two. He's getting there, and he's an handful. He's working hard. He's an handful, as I've said. He's doing everything he can, and what I've said before about strikers, eventually the luck will turn. He'll get one goal and hopefully he'll grab a couple. But he's getting the chances, and that's what we're focused on. You can't make them score them. You can obviously try and get them into areas where he can hurt the opposition. And Arman's doing that. But he's been brilliant. He's a good lad. He's working his way into a game. It's his first few years or first year in the ISL, and he'll get better for it. So let's compliment him. Let's get his confidence sky, because of sky high confidence boosted player will be better for Indian football. And we all want that. We all want these young players to go on and develop and be the backbone of the future national team. So look, let's not get on the backs. Let's not criticise them too heavily. Let's compliment and create great players, and hopefully that'll help the Indian team in the future.
Gaffer, this one is from ABP Anando. 14 matches gone, 6 more remaining. Is there a target you have in mind?
Yeah, the target is to win the next game. Quite simply, it's something that you always want to do, and I think as a team, of course you have ideas and plans of what's happening in the future, but it's a huge cliche in football that you can't really delve too much into the future in terms of results, and that's all we've got to do. We've got to win the next game, and if we don't win the next game, we'll try and win the game after that. That's the way it is in football.
Last three questions. Bengaluru FC are not in good form at the minute. Do you think this is the right time to grab 3 points playing with your natural attacking style? This is from Ajkal newspaper.
Um, yeah, I think with Bengaluru, I think they're obviously going through a little bit of an indifferent time. But you know what, we've been in that position in the past where, you know, we're wounded animals, and wounded animals sometimes come off fighting and make a real game, and you know, give it a real effort for the manager. You know, they've got a new manager to come in, and he's doing an okay job. But of course, you know, it's we probably will go into, well, I don't even know if we are, because we're slightly underneath them in the table. So I was going to say we'll go into as favourites, but I'm not sure whether we will. So. Look, it's a good game, and I think the table is very, very tight, and you know, anyone can beat anyone on any given day. So you know, Bengaluru will have the confidence to do that, and likewise us.
Gaffer, this one is from ABP. Is this your last chance to keep playoff hopes alive?
Well, other results obviously dictate that as well. We go into the game wanting to get the results, as I've said. And we'll go into games wanting to win, and we'll keep trying until it's mathematically impossible to get into that top four. You know, at the minute it is, but you know, the results may dictate that.
The final question is from Hindustan Times. As the ISL season approaches its last few games, have you begun planning for next season?
I've begun planning for next season as soon as we got here. I think it's well documented, the squad of players that we had in. Now, if you look at the squad of players that we've got now to what we had at the start of the season, that tells me that tells people that there's a lot of planning gone into not only now, but obviously the future. You know, we've got, I think there's maybe 13, 14 players who are not here now, who was here. So yeah, planning goes in from day one, you know, for the future. It's not something that we just roll over and start playing with what we've got now. You know, there's an element of why we do stuff, and I think it's plainly obvious for people to see.